A partnership with them is riskier than you think. Out of loyalty, you might be considering some kind of financial partnership or business partnership, or maybe even just roommate situation. Could be something like that. But this is someone who believes in taking a risk, but there's not always a return, okay? Sometimes it's all risk, no return. In life, it's high risk, high return, right? Well, this person could be a money tree. This partnership, it could really result in something very lucrative. And again, it doesn't have to be money. It could be something else. This is the Money Moves Oracle deck, though. Money and career moves. But it could resonate in a different way. But, they believe in gambling, okay? There's a lot of gambling here. A lot of high stakes. Someone who hopes that you will take a risk out of loyalty. But that's something you need to consider. I'm not saying don't do it. I'm saying be cautious. Be cautious. Stay on top of every single thing. Hold them accountable. If it truly is about money, about bank accounts, have somebody else on the outside looking in, like checks and balances. Look into that, what that means. I think a lot of people don't know what that means. It just means you need to have different people looking at the money. Like the same person who pays the invoices really shouldn't be signing the checks. That's how fraud happens. You need to have checks and balances in place so that people can't steal from you. Okay? Anyway, look into that. This came out immediately. Fruits of labor. It's time to reap the fruits of your labor and become rich. See, I do really feel like this actually is a good thing. It's just this person needs to be kept in check. You know why? A lot of it's because they just don't know any better. They are still learning. And, I've come to realize that the older I get, especially when I see younger people and how competent they are and how right they are. And I remember being that way until I learned certain things. But you can't tell people anything, and that's what's going on here too, is this person thinks they know everything, and it might not be about age. They could be older. But whatever's going on here, it's a situation they're new to, okay? And I've made this mistake myself of wanting help so much or a creative partnership because people don't realize how hard it is to do certain things by yourself all the time. It'd be nice to have somebody who can help you creatively, but it's hard because they don't always have the same stake in it. They're not going to work as hard. You're doing so many things on the back end they don't even understand, and it would take forever to teach them and they don't want to learn themselves. Anyway, I'm really not getting that here. I'm getting that you could actually be onto something here, like have the same motivation. That's really what it comes down to. Any kind of creative partnership, no matter what it is. If you got one person who's excited and the other one who's just kind of going along, whatever, it's not going to work, at least not well. This person is excited. Their big downfall, though, is they just don't know any better. Like that thing I said about checks and balances. Like I know that term, that phrase, because I have a financial background. It's something came up recently. It was online, and I mentioned it to in a comment, which I ended up deleting because I'm like, people don't know anything. And I mentioned that, and this person acted like they knew what they were talking about. I'm like, wow, they're just making up stuff. They don't even know what I mean. That's what I'm saying. Is this person, okay, shedding. Look, reducing losses, elimination, and completing a new metamorphosis. All right, time to set higher goals. This is what I mean. This person needs some education before they really just blow everything, before they encourage you to blow everything and make bad decisions. What I mean is don't look to them for advice. But I also mean like this shedding here, that's them. Like they have potential. They could learn. It's just they're stubborn and they think they know everything. And you need to not look to them for advice. That's the risk, like especially when it comes to business decisions. Okay, don't let them be the only one who handles the money. Someone has to see what's going on. The right hand and left hand actually need to be separate. Okay, for certain things, they need to be aware of each other, but they need to have different decision making